Also, this whole time I was like, man, I know that I have this problem with the noise floor. I need a new preamp, but like listening back, I was like, man, there's a lot of noise. I let the fucking fan on in the other room. Good job, dipshit. Whatever, we're moving on. Who cares? So I replaced my to-do list with what I call the do list. Sometimes I refer to it as the not doing list. So there are 3 sort of parts to this list, 3 kind of folders. When I'm doing something, I put it in the doing list, and all of my widgets and stuff on all my devices, that's what I see. I see what I'm doing. It helps me stay on task. If I have an idea for something that I need to do next, I put that in the do next list. And if I just think of something random, I put it not in the to-do list, but the not doing list. And these things move around. So one task might start off at the not doing list, and then I put it in the do next list, but then I get distracted by something else. So that thing goes back to the not doing list. And then I have what's called the back burner and then the never gonna do list. And it's this really cool practice of self-awareness, but it also embraces who I am. Now, this is kind of a fucked up thing to tell a kid, but when I was in 3rd grade, my PE teacher told me that I led from the loin. And I could tell this teacher also led from the loin. And I could tell, even at like 10 years old or whatever, that she was like, ugh, I shouldn't have said it that way. But it was a gift. It was a gift, somebody telling me something about myself that I didn't really realize. It's just a weird way to say you are improvisational, you thrive in flow. And everywhere, in all directions, we get these signals that is bad, that things must be planned out. And look, for some people that really works. And if that works for you, you should do that. But you should also constantly check in. Are you planning more than you're doing? For me, what I have and am constantly discovering is I got a really fucked up relationship with accomplishment. And I have to, in order to actually accomplish things, I have to throw all that shit aside and really practice on flow, the now, the doing. There's this beautiful thing that happens when you sort of embrace the doing and the not doing at the same time, and the never gonna do. You start to go like, hey, here's the stuff I like to do, so I should do more of that. Instead of planning everything out and trying to find systems that work for other people, I should work on cultivating systems that work for myself. And then other things kick in for me, like make something terrible, just do it anyway. There is an inkling to start this whole podcast over because I had the fan going on in the other room, and there's going to be noise when you listen to it. Listen, if it bothers you, you can just skip ahead, right? Like, and that's going to be a small percentage. You probably didn't even notice it. And if you did, it's probably not that big of a deal. One of the most important lessons I ever learned is that nobody cares. All those little nitpicky, guilt-trippy things you do to yourself, most people don't give a shit. And if they do, they're assholes. And by the way, you're being an asshole when you guilt trip yourself. Don't be that. You don't want to be a guilt trippy asshole, a guilt trippy asshole. Nobody likes a guilt trippy asshole. Guilt trippy asshole, a guilt trippy asshole. Nobody likes a guilt trippy asshole.